Hello, everybody. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a reading. To be honest, I just wasn't really in the mood for one. It just felt like it was a chore, you know. It felt like it was starting to become a chore, and I was just going through some stuff, so I really needed to take a break, and now I feel way better than I was doing last week. So I think we're ready, or I think I'm ready to do a reading today. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm not going to use any tarot today, and this reading will probably be a little more shorter than the normal ones, just because I'm not really feeling a long one today. So yeah, I think this is going to be more of like an advice kind of reading. And yeah, we'll just go from there. We'll see what wants to come out. So we're going to start off with the Untethered Soul Oracle deck. There's actually a book of this. I haven't personally read it myself, but I got the cards because somebody told me that the book was really good. So we have, so the energy of the card is experiencing energy, and it says a wise person remains centered enough to let go every time the energy shifts into a defensive mode. Ooh. The moment the energy moves, relax and release. Letting go means falling behind the energy instead of going into it. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm going to repeat it, okay? A wise person remains centered enough to let go every time the energy shifts into a defensive mode. The moment the energy moves, relax and release. Letting go means falling behind the energy instead of going into it. And I love that. That is true. It's so true. Because a lot of the times, you know, especially with my own experiences, I know that when I feel like defensive, or the other person may feel defensive, like if the other person is feeling defensive, I kind of get like really uncomfortable, and I start to like try to people please. And then, you know, when I feel myself getting defensive, like a lot of the times I would just engage with it, right? Because like the anger would consume me. So I would go into that energy instead of falling back from it. It's kind of like what this card is saying, right? But it's truly phenomenal what happens when you don't engage in that energy and you do truly let it move, relax, and release through you. You know, you no longer feel triggered. And it's like every single time we allow ourselves to do that, we let go of that energy more and more and more. Because this energy of defense may be very well ingrained within you. So it's just it might be just an automatic reaction, right? So allowing yourself to catch yourself when you're starting to feel that, or when you're starting to feel the, you know, the room shift into a defensive energy. It's not to say that you have to people please, but you know, you may not be able to control how the other person reacts, but you can definitely learn how to control yourself. You know, whether are you going to engage with that? Are you going to take a step back? You know, whatever the case may be. It's what happens when we learn to become more aware. When we learn to become more aware of what we're feeling within our own selves. So let's see. Okay. So we have the sexuality card, which is openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. And I am going to read this one out of the book. And it says, it's time to express and experience your passions and desire. To honor the power of your sexual energy as sacred creative life force, not only in your union with another, but also in your life. On a surface level, this card is an invitation to become aware of and communicate your sexual values, needs, and wants with your partner. Talk about what you enjoy. Open the pathway to move beyond fears and restrictions that you each may carry from the past. Honor your true feelings about sex and sexuality. On a deeper level, it is time to raise your awareness of the divine aspects of your own sexual energy. To acknowledge yourself as a sexual being, not as popular culture perceives it. But as a pure expression of creative life force in all aspects of your being. It is time to become comfortable with the unique essence of your physical form. Who are you? Your coloring and textures, the way you dress, your fragrance, and body language. Expand your daily expression of your own inner fire and sexuality. Seek to recognize and feel this divine energy in your intimate partner as well as in yourself. Acknowledge the beauty in the meeting together of two souls. Feel the energy exchange. Allow the pure love and pleasure of giving and receiving to envelop you and move through you. Allow yourself to be fully present in the sacred space. Expressing your sexual essence can be innocent and intense, playful and fulfilling, joyful, creative, and deeply sacred. Honor the sacred power of your sexual energy in life. So the feeling that I'm getting more from this, yes, it could definitely be with another person. But the energy that I am picking up on is becoming more intimate within yourself. Again, becoming more aware of yourself, right? Aware of what it is that you need. What do you need? What can you provide for yourself? Especially in a moment of, maybe when there's chaos or when there's challenges being presented to us, what are ways that you truly can connect within your own self? How can you connect deeper to your feelings? How can you honor yourself, when you're triggered, when you're in this moment? So let's see, let's get one of these. We have don't take anything personal, release self-judgment. I love this. And it says, even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. Therefore, you don't need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally. I love that. I repeat it. Even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. Therefore, you don't need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally. Exactly. A lot of us are so up here, right, that we kind of forget how to feel within the body. And here's the thing, is that the mind can be a very manipulative thing, okay? The mind can manipulate you. It can gaslight you. That's why it's so important to genuinely connect with your emotions, with your feelings, with your body, becoming intimate within yourself. We have living life as the energy. And it says, your God is in ecstasy and there's nothing you can do about it. And if God is in ecstasy, I wonder what he sees when he looks at you. And you can replace the word God with whatever your belief is, universe, higher consciousness, whatever, okay? So this is beautiful, okay? One thing that I'm kind of getting from this too is that energy it's neutral, okay? There is no negative, there is no positive, there is no bad, there is no good. It's just energy. What we do as humans is we place a label on everything. And for me, I think the reason why, at least why I was doing it, was so I could have a better understanding of things, right? But then it also made me realize that putting a label on everything made me become very judgmental. Okay? And so the more that I allow myself to look at something through neutrality instead of a version of duality, I'm able to just perceive things as they are. It is what it is. And yes, for a lot of people that may be a little hard to understand, because it's like, well, there's so many horrible things going on in the world and stuff, and like, yeah, I understand that, I get it, but at the same time, like, the more we place a label on something, the more we suffer, you know? Okay, let's see what we got. We got action, movement, perseverance, discipline, and motivation. For some of you guys may be, give me a second. Shut my door. But you guys may be placed in a situation where you are going to need to take action, okay? A different course of action, okay? I think you're gonna get, I don't like to say tested, but in a sense, that's what it is. It's almost gonna be like, okay, let's see if you actually, you know, have you learned how to react, how to react and how to respond to things differently, or are you going to take the same course of action? I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, we have relinquish. Oh, I love this. Okay, perfect, beautiful. So we have don't make assumptions, relinquish the need to change others, and that's the thing. It says real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. If we try to change them, this means that we do not really like them. It is easier to find someone who is already the way you want him or her to be, instead of trying to change that person. I love this because it's true. Real love is accepting people for who and how they are, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to, so let's say for instance, there's something that your partner does, you don't like it, so you try to take control over them, you try to change them, you know, you give them these ultimatums, and they just don't do it. You are not accepting that person for who they truly are. And when you truly love somebody and you see them for who they are, then you are able to make a decision from the heart, from love, and be like, this is not what I want. And you can either walk away, you can learn how to set boundaries, you know, maybe you need to communicate with this person, like, hey, you know, this bothers me, you know, whatever it may need. But the moment you try to change somebody in the way that they are, that says a lot more about you than it does the other person. And I've been that person of feeling like I need to change somebody because they're not acting according to how I want them to act. And I realized that that was me being selfish. Yes, at the same time, it may be I want to see this person do better, but if this person doesn't want that for themselves, why should I keep putting myself in predicaments that are only going to drain me? So I'm going to end the video with one more card. You know what? Let's do one more from each, and then we'll end the video. Okay. So we have living life is the energy, and it says the Tao in the middle. The Tao is in the middle. It's the place where there is no energy pushing in either direction. I love this. It's almost like taking, you know, the middle path. Again, you know, it's duality. We live in such a world of duality that it's black and white. It's wrong or right. Did I say black or right? Black or white, you know, right or wrong, good and bad, instead of taking the middle path. You know, it just is. It just is. Energy is energy. You know, we cannot change energy. We can only direct energy. We can direct energy with our intentions, with our beliefs, with our emotions, you know. So there is no good or bad energy. It is just where we focus our own energy on personally. We're going to see that being reflected back to us in the physical world, because that's how it works. So we have grounding, which is nature, presence, practicality, and stability. So really allowing yourself to be grounded within self, okay, aware within self, being present, because when we're able to be present, we're able to look at things differently. And I feel like from my personal experience, you know, in order for me to feel present, I have to feel safe within my own body, okay? Because I can be in the safest environment, but if I don't feel safe in here, I'm gonna still try to run away. So it's very important, you know, to ground within yourself, connect with nature, okay? Create a stable connection within yourself. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to trust your body. All right, this is going to be the last card. This reading still kind of went on for a while, but you know, it's all good. Okay, just one, please. Oh man. I don't know why, but this card, oh, where was it? Yes, this card. For some reason, this is a card that just really caught my eye, so I'm going to take it. So we have always do your best, surrender, and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right now. It makes so much sense why I wanted this card. I'm going to read it again, okay? Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right now. And a lot of us aren't able to feel safe or present because of the past, because of what has happened in the past. We're still reliving and experiencing those experiences. You know, they haven't gone away. You know, they may not be physically present anymore, but they are very present within our body, within our mind. Okay? So again, it's learning how to trust. It's learning how to surrender, to let it be, to be okay with things happening the way that they happen. You know, especially if there's some sort of challenge that comes in. How can you allow yourself to be more present? What is it trying to teach you? What is the dynamic? What is the structure of that experience? So that is all that I have. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I hope you guys do something that makes your heart so extremely happy.